Hello YouTube family. Welcome back to Freeze Fragrance Finds. I am the lady of the house, Lady Free, your gourmand guru, and on this channel, baby, we love and we discuss all things fragrances. Where I love gourmands, yes I do, but that doesn't mean that you have to stick around. I promise you'll find something that you like, guys. But before we get into today's video, I would love for you to take a quick moment to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you won't miss any of my uploads. Don't you dare miss out. Let's hop into today's video.
You make me feel so good, yeah. Oh, yeah. You make me feel so good, yeah.
Hey girl, hey boy, hey y'all, hey, what's up? It is your girl, Lady Free, your gourmand guru in the house. And in today's video, we are discussing some fruity floral fragrances. Now, we all know, or if you don't know, now you know, floral fragrances are really not my judge. I do like a fruity fragrance. Long as it's sweet, we're good. But these are some fruity floral fragrances that I would love to share with you guys today. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, don't forget to like this video and do please continue to watch. Let's hop right in. Now, this first one is Cassiopeia by TIZIANA TERENZI. Go ahead and run the product shot. Now, TIZIANA TERENZI is a fragrance house that I struggle with. It's something about their fragrances that just have something in them that don't really kind of jive well with me. But I have two fragrances on today's list from TIZIANA TERENZI that I do want to share with you that are kind of out, you know, they don't really have that deep TIZIANA TERENZI DNA. They still have it, but not that really deep TIZIANA TERENZI DNA that makes me not like the fragrance. These fragrances that I'm going to share with you today, I actually like. So for Cassiopeia, this is your, it's still a little bit of that TIZIANA TERENZI DNA, but again, it's tolerable. This is your kind of tart, tangy, but still sweet and fruity, floral, passion fruit, bomb type of fragrances. Let's jump right into the notes. The notes in Cassiopeia are passion fruit, cassis, lemon, fern, tea rose, carnation, lily of the valley, tonka bean, musk, and sandalwood. You're getting a really, not a sharp passion fruit, not one that is just kind of harsh and abrasive like some passion fruits notes can be, especially in your TIZIANA TERENZI. They love a good passion fruit note, baby. Paolo TERENZI loves a good passion fruit note, but this one is much more tolerable. You get a floral presence, but it's not a strong floral presence. You just get floral nuances here and there throughout the fragrance. I really can't pick out which floral it is, although I know what the notes say. To my nose, I can't pick out which floral it is. But you get a tangy passion fruit lemon or tangy passion fruit type of scent. It has been likened to green Jolly Rancher. I do get that a little bit, but it's just sweet and tangy. Like when you put the Jolly Rancher in your mouth, you kind of do that thing right there. That's what this fragrance kind of smells like, if that makes sense at all. So let's jump right into wearability. This is, in my opinion, perfect for the spring and the summertime, this season we're in right now, because you do have that lemon, you do have that passion fruit. Those are kind of, fresher. It gives you that fresher but still sweet, tart, tangy vibe. So in my opinion, that makes this perfect for this season, along with it being florally nuanced. So for me, this will probably be more of a evening scent during this season. In my opinion, it is unisex, leaning feminine. One thing about TIZIANA TERENZI fragrances, the good thing about them is they don't really have performance issues to me. So while I wouldn't say this one is necessarily beast mode, it is very present. You're going to smell yourself, others are going to smell you. You're going to leave a lasting scent trail. You're going to fill up a small room. You're going to get at least 8 hours on your skin and on your clothes, probably with the first half of that time it being very present, and then starting to not really die down, but starting to lose some of its presence. But in my opinion, the entire wear of the fragrance, you are getting a good presence from this fragrance. It is a substantial wearing fragrance the entirety of the fragrance. So yeah, I'm getting about at least 8 hours, if not more, on my skin and on my clothes. As far as the longevity and the projection is intense. It is an intense projection, and you definitely will leave a lasting scent trail. You will be smelled. It will fill up a room. Okay. Value. Tiziana Terenzi's, this is 100 ml 3.38 fluid ounce bottle. Tiziana Terenzi's, especially the ones in the white bottle, are on the lower end of their price range, and they can easily be found at discounter sites. They are also readily available on the gray market. So I would say get them at a decent price. They're definitely worth their value. They're definitely worth their price point, and it is a good value. To blind buy or not to blind buy, this is not a safe blind buy, because just no Tiziana Terenzi's are going to be, I'm going to tell you just to go and blind buy them, but this is on the safer end of the spectrum. So if I were going to say any Tiziana Terenzi fragrance is going to be a safe blind buy, it would be this one. But again, to me, that house is just not safe. So definitely get your nose on it if you haven't already. And so rating, we're going to give this one a 7 out of 10. I do have to be in the mood for it. It is still very sharp. Not as sharp as some other fragrances are. It's still very musky. Not as musky as some others in the house are, but this is one that I still do have to be in the mood for. So that's CASSIOPEA by Tiziana Terenzi. This next one is KIRKE or KIRKE by Tiziana Terenzi. This one is a classic. If you don't know about KIRKE by now, I don't know what to tell you, okay? And yeah, this is your fruit basket, floral fruit basket, sharp, a little bit sharp, tart, tangy type of fragrance. The notes in KIRKE again are leading with passion fruit, peach, pear, raspberry, cassis, sand, lily of the valley, musk, sandalwood, patchouli, vanilla, and heliotrope. I really can't necessarily pick out any fruit other than the peach, and that's just because peach is very familiar to my nose. Other than the peach and the passion fruit, of course, it's a passion fruit. We already discussed that. But other than that peach and that passion fruit, you just get a burst of sweet, tangy, almost under-ripened fruits, and it's very musky. So that is definitely what I get. I'm not really getting that lily of the valley. This one has a little bit more of that Tiziana Terenzi presence to it, more so than the Cassiopeia. But yeah, those are the notes in KIRKE. Wearability. Now this one is one again that I do have to be in the mood for, so I tend to reserve this fragrance honestly mainly for this time of year. Definitely nighttime, where I'm going to go out on a date or go out with the girls or whatever for 2 or 3 hours and then get home, take a shower. This is one that I can't like live with for a long extended period of time, just because the sharpness and the abrasiveness and the really tangy nature of it is really just, it's not unbearable, but I just don't really want to live with this type of fragrance being that sharp for that long period of time. Now the time that I have it on, I rock it, I smell wonderful, and that is what it is. But for me, date night, going out, being out in a crowd where you're going to be smelled, because with this one you're definitely going to be smelled. So for me, this is unisex, straight down the line, unisex. I'm gonna say this one is pretty much beast mode. Okay, you're gonna fill up a good size room. They're gonna smell you before they see you. You're gonna leave an everlasting scent trail. It's gonna last on your skin and on your clothes for eons. Okay, again, Tiziana Terenzi and performance has no issues. We didn't even want to put a time period on it. It's gonna last eons and eons. It's gonna fill up a room, gonna leave a lasting scent trail. They're gonna see you before they smell you. They're gonna smell you before they see you. Okay, so that is your performance value, same as the Cassiopeia that I spoke about. I feel like this is a good value purchased on discounter sites or purchased on the gray market. Blind buy or not, this is not a safe blind buy, but this is on the safer end of the Tiziana Terenzi spectrum. So rating for Tiziana Terenzi's KIRKE, we're going to give it a 8. What did I give Cassiopeia? I gave it a 7. We're going to give this also a 7 out of 10. So that is KIRKE by TIZIANA TERENZI. KIRKE or KIRKE by TIZIANA TERENZI. This next one is Forbidden Games by KILLIAN. Go ahead and roll the product shot. Now this is your super feminine, super floral feminine peach, just pretty girl type of scent. Top notes of peach, apple, plum, and cinnamon. Middle notes of Bulgarian rose, jasmine, bourbon, geranium, and base notes of honey, vanilla, and opopanax. Now again, what I get is just a it's something very powdery about this fragrance. I'm not sure where the powderiness comes from, but it's very floral, but it's also very fruity at the same time. To me, this is your quintessential fruity floral fragrance. That peach is very forward in this fragrance. I know that is a note that many of you struggle with, but it's not that synthetic type of peach where it's unbearable. In my opinion, this is your just really pretty fruity peach type of fragrance. I do get that plum a little bit. Yeah, and you do get a smidge of that cinnamon upon initial spray, and then the honey, in my opinion, just adds a little bit more sweetness to the fragrance. Again, I really can't pick out which floral that I'm smelling, but I do know that I smell florals in this fragrance, and it is just, I mean, it's just pretty. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just beautiful. Like, you just have to be dressed up with this fragrance. Speaking of that, let's jump right into wearability. A special occasion type of fragrance, wedding type of fragrance, one where your hair is pulled up or your hair is pulled back in the bun and your shoulders are out. You're feminine, you're strong, you're beautiful, you're confident. This will be also going to a day party. I know that isn't a special occasion, but I still feel like it gives that kind of vibe. Maybe an all-white party during the summertime. Yeah, it's that put that shit on type of fragrance. Just be real pretty, real classy, real feminine. If you're going you have a special occasion type of date to attend with your boo, maybe a ball, maybe something of that nature, this is that type of fragrance where I would put that on. Straight up and down feminine again. So performance, this is a moderate wearing scent. Now, if you overspray, you're gonna be, oh, it smells so good, y'all. If you overspray, you're definitely going to be smelled. But I would say it's moderate longevity, about that 6 to 8 hours, with about 3 to 4 hours it being more present, and then it losing some of its potency after that 4-hour mark, but it never really dying down into your skin scent or your skin bubble. In my opinion, I feel like you will not leave a lasting sillage, but you will leave a sillage. They will smell you if they approach your vicinity, and after you left the room, you still are going to smell your presence. Your presence still will be smelled. So I feel like it will leave a bit of a sillage, especially catching whiffs and wafts, especially during the summertime or the springtime, during those windy days. Yes, so about 6 to 8 hours of wear, with majority of that time it being substantial relative to this fragrance. So value, we all know Killian fragrances are a bit pricey, the same as your Cassiopeia and your KIRKE. I will say find it at a discounter sites. Find it on the gray market. It is available. I don't feel like this one is as readily available as the other two are, but you still can find it at those discounted prices. Even if you did not find it at that discounted price, honestly, this is only a 1.7 fluid ounce, because I feel like this is just a beautiful fragrance that you're not going to wear it every day. Although it may be an easy reach fragrance for some, I don't wear it every day. So I've had this fragrance for a bit of time, and I don't know if you can see my dent there, but we're almost halfway through this fragrance, and I've had it for a good while, and it has been worth every cent that I've spent on it. So I'm going to say this is a good value. Is it blind buy safe? No, because of that peach note. I love the peach note in it, but I know peach notes are a little bit challenging for some. This one, in my opinion, isn't as challenging as a lot of peach notes that I've smelled, like in your Juicy Couture and type of no. So for that reason, I'm going to say this is a moderately safe blind buy. It may be something in here, I'm not sure what it is. That may be yeah, it is a peach. It may be a bit off-putting to some, so I'm going to say it's a moderately safe blind buy, but definitely get your nose on it. Don't blind buy it, okay? Rating, I'm going to give this one a 8.5 out of 10. No, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's just beautiful, 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 beautiful fragrance. That's Forbidden Games by Killian. So I really should have named this peach, because most of these have peach in it. Name this video peach fragrances, because most of these have peach in it, or smell like peach. Most of them do. However, we're sticking with what we said. This next one is 100 Style and Ways by NISHANE. Go ahead and roll the product shot. This is another peach bomb, okay? But this one is more floral forward than the Forbidden Games that I mentioned previous or prior to this one. I love this fragrance, y'all. If I'm gonna have to, let's go ahead and give Freeze Fragrance Find. Before we even get you the notes, Freeze Fragrance Find of today's video to 100 Style and Ways by NISHANE. If I had to choose my favorite fruity floral fragrance in my collection, it's gonna be this one. And this is recent, okay? The recent love. I've just amassed a love for this fragrance recently. My appetite and my thirst for this fragrance has just grown astronomically recently, and it has a little bit of dent in it, but this is a newer one, not newer one to my collection, but I haven't had it years. I haven't had it a year yet. I think I've had it maybe 6 to 8 months, but I just really started wearing it this season, and oh my god. You have your tuberose, peach, mandarin orange, gardenia, jasmine, orris, vanilla, sandalwood, and vetiver. You definitely get that tuberose, but it is a bubblegummy tuberose. It's not a heady tuberose. It's not an indolic tuberose. And then you get that peach, that tuberose and that peach, the way they play together, baby. Oh, heavenly Lord. Oh, heavenly Lord. Oh, my goodness. Woo! And then those top notes are to die for. I mean, period. And then you get a smidge of that orange, so you get like a citrusy nuance to this fragrance, but it's just sweet, peachy, fruity, floral. I mean, all of the things that gardenia is doing its thing. You can pick out the gardenia as well as the tuberose, but they are masterfully crafted and blended. And then you get a little bit of creaminess and powderiness from that, or you get a little bit of powderiness from that orris, and then a little bit of creaminess from that sandalwood. It's not a dry type of sandalwood. It's not like a very woody or a very pencil shaving type of sandalwood. It's a creamy type of sandalwood. This fragrance just checks off all the boxes for me, and I'm not a floral girl, but this one, heavenly Lord, baby, let me tell you something about it. Whoa! And then that vanilla, baby, come on now. Then that vanilla, then when it dries down, you get that tuberose, that peach, and then you get vanilla. A creamy tuberose, peach, and vanilla fragrance. Heaven on earth. Ethereal. Oh. Go on. Let's move. Wearability. Straight up and down feminine fragrance in my opinion, but whomever can wear whatever whenever, okay? Whomever can wear whatever whenever, but to me this is a straight up and down feminine fragrance, date night fragrance. It can be a date night fragrance. not a date night fragrance going to a club, or not a date night fragrance going to where it's going to be a lot of smoke. If you want to be just really pretty and feminine and cute, that type of date night where you're really just trying to impress your partner. And yeah, that type of date night. This is also, in my opinion, a easier reach fragrance. So not just date night, I really will wear this and do wear this and have worn this any time of the day, any time of the night, but definitely during this time of year, it's perfect. That peach, and especially with that peach and those florals, perfect for springtime. It's perfect for springtime. Also, you can wear this during the summertime, any time of the day, any time of the night. It's not so sweet. It's not too sweet. It's not overwhelming. Doesn't have an overwhelming presence. So you'll be able to get away with this fragrance as well in the summertime. This one is a softer fragrance to me, but it still has great projection and great presence about it. It's a moderate wearing fragrance, but it's just a softer moderate wearing fragrance. If you walk into a room, they're going to smell you. Okay, they're going to smell you after you leave the room. I'm getting at least 8 hours on my skin and my clothes, with about the first maybe 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours, it being very present, and then it dies down a little bit as the wear continues to go on, as you continue to wear it, or as the life of it does die down as the life of the fragrance dies down. Value, this is a 1.7 fluid ounce bottle, 1.6 now, 1.7, yeah, 50 ml bottle. And again, you can find it at discounter sites. You can find it on the gray market. Is it worth its value? Is it worth its price point? Definitely great value. This is one that I feel like you just need to have in your collection. Is it blind buy safe? I feel like it is blind buy safe. A little bit more safer than the Forbidden Games. I know that the Forbidden Games does have that peach note in it as well, but this peach is done a little bit differently than the Forbidden Games. I can see how that peach may be a little bit off-putting to some, but it is done a lot better than a lot of other peach fragrances that I've come across again. But this one is done even better, and that's the point that I'm getting at. So to me, this is a safe blind buy rating. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Freeze fragrance find of the day went to 100 Silent Ways by NISHANE. This next one is another one that doesn't have peach in it, but it still smells like a creamy peach fragrance, and that is your CASSILI by Parfums de Marly. Go ahead and roll the product shot. Now again, this is your creamy peach smelling fragrance, but it doesn't have peach. Let's go ahead and get you the notes. So the notes in CASSILI by Parfums de Marly: top notes of red currant, floral notes and Bulgarian rose, middle notes of frangipani, plum, Petalia, mimosa, base notes of vanilla, tonka bean, and sandalwood. Now, the notes in this one, I cannot pick out what's what, other than that frangipani, which is what I feel like is giving off that peach type of note, as well as I can really kind of pick out the plum as well, and you can't really pick out which florals it is, but again, you can definitely tell that it's florally nuanced. This is just your fruity floral fragrance that is also just very feminine, just very pretty, just confident and just pretty and just secure. Okay, this is again that type of fragrance. Maybe I should have named that. Well, all of these are not like that, but anyway, yes, this is also that type of just fruity floral, flirty, pretty girl type of fragrance. So again, thinking that sandalwood in this fragrance gives it that creaminess. Again, I don't know what else will be lending to the creamy feel or creamy smell that I get in this fragrance, but it's definitely powdery. I feel like that mimosa is leaning to the powderiness of this fragrance, and it's just floral and fruity, and it just smells good, y'all. And then again, that sandalwood, I was mentioning that sandalwood lends to that creaminess as well, and it's not like a pencil shaving dry type of sandalwood. It is your creamy type of sandalwood. So those are your notes. So wearability, perfect for this time of year, it being that fresh, well, not really fresh, but it really perfect for this time of year, with it being that fruity floral, very floral present. So easy reach fragrance any time of the day. I don't really see myself reaching for this during the evening time, unless it is just a type of evening where it's not going to be a lot of smoke, not like a club. Again, the same kind of the same deal as I mentioned with the NISHANE. But really easy reach fragrance any time of the day, any time of the night during this time of year. And if I didn't mention earlier, this is a straight up and down feminine fragrance in my opinion. So just easy reach fragrance during this time of year, during the day, during the evening. Not really nighttime, not really date night sexy type of scent, but date night pretty type of scent. Okay, so let's jump right into performance. Now, this isn't the best performing fragrance on this list. Initially when I've got it, I have this fragrance probably about maybe 2 or 3 years at this point. And when I first got it, I struggled with the performance. As it has set, the performance has gotten better, but I would drown myself in this fragrance when I first purchased it, and maybe 2 hours later I wouldn't barely smell it, but I would get massive compliments. Now, this is probably one of, honestly, in my collection, I probably have gotten the most, not the most, but one of the most complimented fragrances from men on this scent. I was getting ready to go out and I stopped at a Walgreens or some type of drugstore to get something, and I had a guy compliment me. And also I had, now, well, speaking of performance, maybe I'm gonna take that back, but I don't smell it, so that's was my experience with it in previous times. But I had sprayed this on a jean jacket probably about the day before, and then I put on that same jean jacket, board in a plane, and the clear agent, and the well, it was clear TSA line, but anyway, the agent that was taking me to the little booth, like, you know, you put your eyes in the booth, and like, because you already, for those that have TSA, those that have clear, you know, you don't really have to have your go through the whole process. All they do, you stick your eyes in the machine, or you stick your finger on the machine, and then, you know, they just send you right through. You don't have to take off your, you know, all your clothes and your shoes and things like that. But one of those agents, that was really, y'all really didn't need to know that, but one of those agents was like, "Oh, you smell so good," and I was like, "You still smell me?" Because I didn't spray any fragrance that, you know, that day, and I had worn Cassiopeia the previous day. And those just 2 times that I can remember vividly, but I know that anytime I've worn this fragrance, I have gotten compliments, especially from men. So it's just feminine, it's just pretty. So maybe I went nose blind to it, because obviously the agent still smelled it on me the following day. But now the performance has gotten better. I'm getting about a low to moderate wear. As far as the longevity, I'm getting about 6 hours, with about, again, at that 3-hour mark, it is going to start to dry down. Even now, after it has set at the 3-hour mark, I do still smell it, but it does dry down significantly. Not into a skin scent, not into a scent bowl, but it does dry down significantly after that 3-hour mark. And I would say if you overspray, you can push those limits. This is a lighter wearing fragrance, not really intimate, but they're going to have to come a little bit more in close quarters to you to be able to smell you and smell this on you. But you will leave an amazing sillage, like with catching whiffs and wafts. They're going to smell this on you. So again, we all know Parfums and Molly 355 for this size bottle, which is a 2.5 75 ml, 355. Again, this one can be found on the black market, the gray market, discounted sites. So I would advise you to do so. Is it worth its price point if you can find it at that, on those places? Yes, it is a good value to me, and it is worth that price point. Found at a discounter website on the gray market. Is it worth the full price point at $355? I would have to say no, but it's still a good value if you can find it for a less expensive price. Is this blind buy safe? No, it is not blind buy safe, but it is very pretty, but it's not blind buy safe. So I'm not going to say go blind buy it. Get your nose on it. Rating, I'm going to give this a 8.5 out of 10. I'm going to take away those points, of course, for the performance. So that's CASSILI by Parfums and Marley. So this next one is also a peach fragrance. Duh. I mean, not duh, but I didn't realize that all the fragrances I pulled were peach. This is FLEUR NARCOTIQUE by NIHILIO. Go ahead and run the product shot. And I have spoken about this one before on my channel, but I think just on my perfume trade. Now this is one that I had a time with last season. Baby, I went to town. Oh, and this one is your more airy, fruity, peach, floral type of fragrance. This is your more fresher peach. Okay, so let's go ahead and get you the notes. The notes in FLEUR NARCOTIQUE: top notes of lychee, bergamot, and peach. Middle notes of peony, orange blossom, jasmine, and Petalia. Base notes of musk, moss, and woody notes. You do get a more watery, brighter type of peach with that bergamot and that peach combined. And then in this one, I can definitely pick out the orange blossom. That's just because I feel like orange blossom is very familiar to my nose. A fresher, more watery peach type of fragrance, but the peach is so fruity and so juicy in this fragrance, and it is musky as well. So this one is just yeah, you definitely get that musk, but it's not like a off-putting musk. It's a soft musk. This one is just soft and feminine as well. But don't let the smooth move fool you, okay? Don't let the smooth move fool you. This one has a very good presence about itself, but we're gonna jump right into wearability. We can't skip over wearability. This one, baby, I just wore it anytime. I didn't care. I fell head over heels in love with this fragrance when I first purchased it. I think I was introduced to NIHILIO last year. I was in Tyson's Corner, Virginia. I was actually looking at TIZIANA TERENZI fragrance because I was just like, dang, some got a job well with me. And I actually purchased a few TIZIANA TERENZI fragrances and sent them back. But I also purchased this one. And baby, when I tell you I fell head over heels, yeah, I still feel the same way about it as I did previously, but I just have so many other perfumes in my fragrance that in my collection that I have to be able to get to it. You understand what I'm saying? But any time of the day, this one is I can see myself wearing it at nighttime, although it is a softer fragrance, but on a date night, not to a club. I don't see myself it not being me being sexy or wearing it to a club or that type of thing, or a lounge, me trying to be sexy with this fragrance on, although I can a little bit, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just easy rich fragrance in my opinion, straight up and down feminine as well. Performance, now this fragrance lasted all day. I'm not sure how it does with y'all, but it lasted all day and on my skin and my clothes. Like at this one point, people knew that they was going to smell this on me, and because I always had it on, and it lasted all day. Even when I stopped smelling it, other people still smelled it on me. So I'm getting a strong 8-hour wear out of this fragrance, although it is softer, but not really. Again, don't let the smooth move fool you. It's a softer smelling fragrance, but not a softer wearing fragrance, okay? And you gonna fill up not a large room, but you're gonna be smelled. People they're not gonna have to come close to you to smell it, to smell you, or to smell it on you. You're gonna leave a beautiful scent trail, beautiful sillage. And yes, that is your performance. As far as value, this is a 3.300 ml bottle, and I can't remember how much I paid for it. I do remember it being a bit pricey. This one has come around to also make it on the gray market, so even at its full price point, I honestly still think it's a good value. I still think it's worth its price point, but definitely still find it at discounter sites and gray market if you can. But either way, to me, it's worth it. Good value. Blind buy, safe, yes. I feel like this is a safe blind buy. Nothing in it. It's just it's just sweet and beautiful, y'all. Like that peach is so juicy, but it's watery at the same time. Safe blind buy in my opinion. 10 out of 10. highly recommend. Nothing not to like about it. That's Ex Nihilo by Fleur. That's Fleur Narcotique by Ex Nihilo. And that is it, y'all. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for rocking with me and for being with me through the entirety of this video. Please make sure to like, please if you find any value in the content that I'm creating over here on Freeze Fragrance Finds. If you find any value in your Girl Lady for your Gourmand Guru, be sure to give me a big thumbs up, and also consider subscribing to the channel. I would love to have you part of the Guru gang over here at Freeze Fragrance Finds. Until the next video, I'll see you then. Peace.